Hello everybody, David here from Martin Lynch & Sons, and we've got something a little bit special for you today. We've got the brand new from Geochron, the Geochron Pro. Literally, we've had them for a few days. I've been playing with it, the rest of the guys have been playing with it, and wow, what a piece of kit. We're going to be looking at that today. So if you don't know about Geochrons, that's fine, we're going to cover that off. This is ideal for anybody that's interested in ham radio, but not just ham radio. If you're interested in live information from earthquakes all the way through to real-time weather reports, whether you want to see where all the underwater cables are or where there's the least amount of light pollution, the Geochron Pro has got a layer for you. So stay tuned and we're going to have a quick look at it. First things first, Geochron have been making clocks since 1965, and the first clocks they made were mechanical. You'd find these in sort of like boardrooms, expensive hotels. They were absolutely a work of art. And then a few years ago, the Atlas 1 came along, Atlas 2 worked on a 4K monitor or TV, and now we've reached Atlas Pro, so the Geochron Atlas Pro. It is super fast. I've got an Atlas 2, and you're quite limited to the amount of layers that you can run on the Atlas 2. But with the Geochron Pro, you can have them all running all at the same time. So if you want your weather up there, if you want your FT8 spots up there, or even the QSOs that you're making, because you can get this rigged up to your QRZ, this can do it. So it's an expensive bit of kit, but boy, does it pack a punch. So let's have a quick look to see what we've got on the screen at the moment before we have a quick flick through on the menus. So I've set this up with DX spots. So these are all the current DX spots that are being posted. I've got the solar weather on the left hand side. You'll be familiar with this because you can see this on like QRZ and things like that. Then we've got the actual conditions there, and on the other side we've got the Aurora, and you can see that on the top right hand side. Nice feature in this, you can see just below the Aurora here, that tells you what layers you've got actually engaged. So again, you can look at that and say, oh, I don't want that anymore, and you can remove it. I don't want the satellites, you know, I don't want this, I don't want that. You can see what it's actually loaded up. As I said, the Geochron Atlas Pro can run all the layers all at the same time. It's pretty amazing. So you get a nice little remote control with it. So you get main box, remote control. You even get a bracket. So if you wanted to, you could hang it on the back of a TV or put it on a wall. You know, if you were looking to, I don't know, put this in your boardroom or put this in your great big shack for your club or something like that, you can actually put it on the wall. Dead easy to use. So I'm going to hit the menu button. I'm just going to take us back to the start there. So this is how it all starts off. You've got the different types of map. I'm just going to flick through those. And basically what this does, it just changes the, I think they call it typography. You've got the political one there. There we go. That's the ham radio one. As you can see, it's got the regions, which is pretty handy on the ham radio. There's a mixed one and there's a low resolution one. This will work on a monitor. Obviously, better if you can put it on 4K, but if you can't, it still works. This isn't a 4K monitor, but as you can see, it's working pretty fine. Something that was introduced a couple of 3 years ago was the zoom maps. So obviously when we're up here on the global ones, we can see everything, absolutely everything. We can see the grey line, and again, you can change those sorts of settings. But if I go into zoom and I go EU, you can see specifically your kind of area or the area that you're interested in. So the zoom sections is quite a recent addition. If we go back to our maps then, we're going to set it up on that one there, I think. There we go. And again, it's got grayscale mode if that's what you like, just there. You've got the Analma. You've got the logo. You can see we've added our own call sign in there. And then you've got the unit, so the imperial units. And then we've got our layers. So each layer you can adjust the opacity. So if a layer isn't as important as another layer, then you can layer them up with different opacities so you can see the bits that you want to see. That's pretty much what this part does here for if you want to see all the lights. When the grain line's over land, you can turn that on and you can see all the light pollution or the lack of light pollution, which is pretty cool. And again, whether you want to see shipping lanes, where you want to see all the air traffic, it really is so in depth on the amount of layers that you get. So this is how it comes, and we'll go on to the layers that you can pay for a little bit later. So we've got air pollution, we've got population density. That's quite an interesting one. That's that one there. And then that's the light pollution, which I spoke about earlier. So there's a few things on here. Again, these are kind of some of the settings that you can apply to the default layers. You can add pins. So if you've got somewhere of interest, you can drop a pin and you can keep that pin there, name that pin, and you can keep a close eye on that. These are our live layers, live weather, live satellites. And this is one of the remarkable things about the Atlas Pro. It really is so quick, the processor and the memory in this little box. It is silky smooth when it comes down to watching the satellites move across the screen, or the weather patterns, or the wind. It really is something else. The IIS, which we've got turned on there, if we go down, now you'll see that as I hover over, I'm just clicking the mouse up and down. You can see IIS there, and it highlights in yellow. And then if you wanted to turn the layer off, you can do that. And then what will happen is the IIS will move. So you'll see when I turn it back on, you'll see it will plot the IIS and where it is. And you can see that cycling through. We got the Hubble telescope on there, live commercial flights. And again, if you want to see just how drilled down you can go, here you can select the actual airline that you want to show. So there's absolutely an exhaustive list of the different airlines that you can just have showing at any one time. If you want to go back to the previous page, then what we do, we just go up to the top until the little part here, when I'm off it, is red. When it goes yellow, that means I can go back. And again, moon phases, you name it, it's in this box of tricks. So we're going to go back up to the top. Now what we've got here, these are the premium layers. So roughly about-ish, they're about $69 a year if you pick an individual layer. Or if you want every single layer, the whole kit and caboodle, it's about $125. So, you know, when you break that up over a course of a year, and if this is something that you're going to use, then it's definitely worth it. It really, really is. Even if you've got young children and, you know, you want to teach them a little bit about what the world looks like and where countries are and what's going on and weather patterns, it is really a really nice educational tool to sit down with your kids and go through. The most important one for us, though, let's say, is the ham. There we go. Is the ham layer. On here we've got DX spotting. If I go to that and click that, now obviously these lines here, and you'll see it more clearly when I come out of the menu section, but we can do it by band. So everything you can see here is all by band. So whatever I turn off, we won't see. Whatever I turn on, we will see. So if you just wanted to see what sort of spots or what sort of contacts are being made on 80 meters, you can do that. You can just leave 80 meters on and you'll be able to show the spots just on 80 meters. You can call sign filter. So not only can you put your call sign in there, say you were having a day on the radio, and it would show you your spots. You can also do it for other people as well. So if you wanted to put somebody's call sign in and they were logging, obviously, and people were spotting them, then you'll be able to do that. And you can also upload an ADIF. So if you've had a pretty good session on maybe 20 meters, you can export your log from either Station Master or QRZ, and you can actually import the ADIF file and it'll overlay it if you've got a nice big screen. It's pretty cool. I've done it on mine and it's pretty impressive. So we've got FT8 spots. Now with the FT8 spots, if I turn that on, you'll see here that it goes a little bit crazy. So there you go. You can see if I just come out of that a second, you'll see it's gone absolutely haywire, because obviously FT8 is quite popular, coupled with I also have the other layer on there. But it is something to behold, because as you can see, it's real time. These are real time people having QSOs on FT8, which is pretty amazing, pretty amazing. We're going to go back into the menu. So you can do whisper spots. So you can see all of the network for whisper and all the different spots that are going on there. Custom call sign, we did that. We put our call sign in here, G2ML. And again, solar terrestrial weather. So we can go into there and then we can have it exactly how we want to. If we go from the second from bottom, so summits on the air. So if we was to click that, we can then get that onto the board as well. We probably wouldn't have the others on there, so we probably wouldn't have FT8 and all the other ones on there, but that will just show you all the SOTA activity in the world that's been spotted or logged. Another one I'm going to do, turn that on. You should be able to see that better now. Okay, so this shows you the maximum usable frequency, or the MUF, all over the world. So we can see sort of like around the UK it's 38, it's a little bit lower, but these are all the stations that together take the averages and work out what the maximum usable frequency is, which is quite handy. And we're obviously picking up the microphone and calling CQ, no matter what the MUF is telling you, is always the best way to test the waters to see if there's any propagation. But again, this is a really interesting screen to have up, and this is the one that I do have up in the shack, as it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And again, you can play around with the opacity of it and how it looks and whatnot. So you got full control of pretty much everything. We can add the ITU zones. If I do that, there we go. We'll just come out of that so I can show you. So again, it's all split up into the regions there. So obviously we're region 14, so you can see that. And more impressive on a bigger monitor, but still works pretty well here. This thing in the middle, if you didn't know, is an annual lemma. Annual lemma, that's what that means. And that tells you where the sun is, basically, in its cycle. So if you were underneath, or where that is located right now, the sun will be directly above you. So that's what it tells you. Obviously on here, this is moving left to right, okay? And this is how we tell the time. So it's a world time. This is how we tell the time at the top here. So this is gradually moving that way if you're moving the map. Daytime, nighttime is moving this way. So it's gradually moving, so you can actually see what time it is in any specific country at any one time. That was the Geochron's original goal, on having a mechanical that looked like a picture to tell the time. Okay, hope you're following me so far. It's a lot to take in. We're going to go, so these are the premium layers from earthquake and volcanoes. So if we go into here, and if we I'm just going to turn some of these on, right? And you can see it loading up on the left-hand side in real time. Okay, I'm going to turn our ham one off. There you go, that's cleaned it up quite a lot. Okay, so this is real time looking at where the earthquakes are. That's what that is telling you. It tells you where all the volcanoes are. These are these little bits here with a little flame coming out of them. But this tells you where all the earthquakes are, and as it happens in real time. So that's pretty cool. I don't know of anything else that does that, only the Geochron. And I'm going to show you one more before we move on. Air quality and pollution, so you can have a quick look at what sort of pollution we can expect at any one time, anywhere in the world. But I am going to turn on. So this is just the basic weather presetting. So it tells us where all the hot spots are, where all the cold spots are, where the lows, where the highs are. So if you're into your weather forecasting, it really is something to behold, because it is all in real time. While it does that, we'll just finish off some of the others. So obviously when you first get this, you need to connect it to the internet. You do need an internet connection to be able to use one of these. And then you can set your time. The system, this is the systems page. This is where you shut it down. So don't push the button on the front. You need to shut it down from within here. This is how you download any updates and keep that updated. You can change some of the advanced time options there. Don't really spend a lot of time in there. Now this is a super cool tab. So each one of these has videos behind it. So when you first get it set up, get it connected to the internet, create your account, and then watch some of these, because they really do take you by the hand and move you through all of the layers, all of the functionality. It's super cool. Now I can see this is all loaded up now. So you can see there we've got literally all of the wind patterns and where they're going. If we wanted to, what we could do, we could just look at our region. So we could just look at Europe. And do you remember I said we've got these little zoom maps? So if I go to EU, there you go. So that's what our weather pattern looks like at the moment. It looks pretty scary to me, but I don't really understand the weather, but I can certainly tell when it rains and when it's a little bit windy, as we all can when we're watching our antennas, when it's sort of like gusting at 40, 50 miles an hour. So price, the cost of the new Geochron Atlas Pro is $849. We've got them in stock, and if you're interested in one, it certainly packs a punch. It really, really does. I mean, I'm still sort of like scratching the surface on this. Although I've had the Atlas 2 for nearly 3 years now. I'm still only scratching the surface of it, but I've found the layers that I want, and I can set that up, and that's it. That's all I need. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, or if you've got a comment, then comment down below. That's it from me. Hopefully I'll see you next time. You take care, stay safe, see you soon. Bye-bye.